Tom Brady retired, man. Again, but
I saw at least 3 posts where, like, from former teammates that are like, Tom, I've already given you the emotional tribute to your ghost, so just gonna wish you the best of luck now.
No, seriously, man, and I think everyone's saying this time is real, it's serious. I would say be on the watch, not for like last time he retired, he came back within like a week or 2.
Oh, so it's like 40 days though.
Yeah. But this time, I don't think it'll be before this season or an off season. The time to watch is after a full season, like Super Bowl time next year.
Really?
I think that's the time to watch.
Oh.
Remember when? Like, think of some greats like Michael Jordan. Like when he was away for like a couple of years, a year or 2. Not incredibly long, but just long enough to miss the game, to have a team that is perfect. For example, the 49ers, everyone's saying it's a perfect situation now. Yeah, but what if a year rolls by and this Purdy injury affects him more than we thought? Trey Lance is not the player we thought he was going to be at all, which he could be trending towards anyway.
Could be.
And now you have a 49ers team who is set. Yeah, they're going to be. They could be after him.
He's already 45 years old.
Yeah.
Sitting on ice for a year, I just think it moves it that much further away. And,
it does,
man,
but Jordan with the Wizards, he was 45, 46 in NFL years. In NFL years. You get what I'm saying? Like,
no, I don't.
I think he wasn't as, like, playing quarterback in NFL, we just saw, like, Brady, he wasn't
from a wear and tear perspective.
From a wear and tear perspective.
Yeah, debatable. I mean, 40, 45 under, like, just regular life is 45. I mean, that's different.
Yeah.
Now we're saying 46 or 47.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if he sits out an entire year,
it's over.
Yeah. My gut is it's over, but I'm 100% certain that he's going to struggle with the decision. And whether it's when camp opens next year or if he's doing the broadcasting thing, which he's contracted to do, and he starts engaging with teams and guys again, the bug's going to be there. The itch is going to be there to play, and he's going to have to resist it. I do think, I would love to have seen him come back in a better situation. I'm 51 myself, and I love to still play, so I'm not going to begrudge anyone for wanting to continue to play. But, I mean, this year with the divorce, the relative failure of the Bucs as a team, it was a grind and probably an unsatisfying way to end things. Yeah. And that'll probably eat away at him to a degree. But, it'll be interesting to see. He'll have the broadcast gig. As a father, and he has kind of sort of publicly in some interviews expressed some regret about the single-mindedness of his career pursuits and what that meant to him as a parent, the quality of parenting he was able to avoid or afford his kids. I think he'll probably invest some in that. Particularly, too, with the divorce having occurred where, he's going to have to make an extra effort to stay connected to the kids.
Funny thing is, Kobe saying, Tom lost his wife to lose in the first round. And then he says,
that's not a bad loss, though.
Believe he came back just because Adam Schefter announced his retirement before he got the chance to.
That's petty.
That played a part because, petty Tom. But so non-football, if you're Brady, do you, now that you are retired and seemingly the thing was his wife wanted to divorce because he wanted to continue to play, do you go back and get your wife?
No.
If you're Brady,
no, because he'll lose leverage forever in that situation. He'll have to eat crow, whatever, to do that and go overboard to convince that and then eventually we'll have Tom Brady, the greatest football quarterback in the history of the world, as a neutered guy. Like, who the fuck wants that?
Because what she did worked based in essentially. What
she did won. Yeah. If he grovels back to get her at this point, she's been run through by some guys too. So I mean, let that go, Tom. Let that go. There's no point in chasing that.
We're not. The circle back is not for Tom.
It shouldn't be in this situation.
Yeah,
I mean, he can circle back to some people that he was banging during the marriage. Maybe there's some good times to be had.
That's just going to say before.
Yeah, I mean, you're Tom Brady. I mean, just go find some new tang. New tank for Tom. I mean,
Tom is a guy. Tom, like women just like Tom. Man. I mean, like black women that I've never seen have any interest for white men, like love Tom. They have him on their screensavers. Like
who has more in that category? Travis Kelce, Tom Brady, or myself?
That's a good one. You're on fire tonight, man. But yes, man, Tom Brady retires. What's Chris saying? Tom is an alpha. He ain't going back. I would lose all respect for him. And Chris is Tom Brady.
No, but Chris is right. Like if all of a sudden, like 6 months from now, we see Tom, at the beach with her, and whatever, like. You're not going to respect him more.
Yeah.
You're going to know what that was about. You will.
Yeah.
Like deep down, you'll never look at Tom Brady the same again.
Yeah.
Tom, don't do it.
Don't do it.
If you need a support group, you can hit Bubba or I up on IG.
And while you're at it,
I offered some kind words on your retirement post on IG, so hey, you know where I'm at.
Yeah, man. But Tom, so he has retired. He's going to join Fox. He's not going to be a part of the Super Bowl, commentary group there. But he'll be back for next season.
I'm super interested in how he'll be as a commentator.
Yeah.
He's a like a thoughtful, bright guy, and he. At different points in his career, he's we know he has that kind of competitive fire, but he's also got a self-effacing sense of humor that's come through in some of his stuff.
I think he has John Gruden potential.
I think he makes John Gruden look like a bum.
Well, we haven't seen him yet.
So I'm quite confident. I'm very confident.
But John was great
for a little while. And then the problem with broadcasting is these guys become like 90% shtick. Like you like, and Gruden was that, like, he
became
that shtick. Like when he first came on, it was original, it was new. He was a little bolder maybe in some of his announcing takes, and then it just became like a shtick. If you go back to when I was a kid, like John Madden, his big thing was scribbling with the telestrator.
Yeah, and
like again, it when it first started, it was new. It was actually gave you some insight, and then it just became John being goofy with the telestrator. Like,
so what would you say, Tony? You like Tony?
Romo? I like Tony Romo right now, but again, he's in the early part of his career.
He is.
If you look at, it's not unlike maybe being like a musical artist where you come out, your first couple albums are fire, and it's like originally this is what you are, and then you kind of like mellow out, fall back on stick. Yeah. You lose originality with what you're doing.
And that's why they switch these guys around after. Like only the greats stay for a long time. And these other guys rotate every Super.
There's another thing that I think is central to Tony Romo's success, and it'll be critical to Tom's success too. You've been in the league for a long time, and you've played against and gone against teams, coaches, and players that are in the game right now. And you know from your own film study that you've done recently what these guys and these teams like to do. And you bring that to the booth. Like Tom's like going to be an encyclopedia of knowledge on these guys. And again, if you look at it, not just the shtick part, but like the longer he broadcasts by year 4, 5, and 6, there's more turnover in the league, coaches, players, whatever, and it's not the dudes that he played against last year, or it's not the guy that he played in the Super Bowl 2 years ago that he's talking about. And you lose that connectivity. And I think Tony Romo is going to lose that. I mean, he kind of came to prominence where he was like literally calling plays before they happened.
Yeah.
But why? Because this guy spent hours studying film, looking at the way people do things, and again, you did it in like a thirst for knowledge perspective, not like just a professional homework perspective.
I'm gonna tell you something. That's a great point that you're bringing up, because if you watch and listen to Tony now, first of all, it's way less where he's accurately guessing these plays before they happen. I don't know if the network told him, hey, you got to calm some of that down. Maybe some teams are complaining, or it has something to do with what you're saying. It's just over time, new players, new coaches, new plays, and he's just less accurate knowing the formation and knowing what play is going to be next. But he's not at the pace he was when he first got in there. It's already slowing down.
But I also it's a familiarity, but it's also you're in that rhythm of studying film. When Tom's studying film like up till now, and you just pick up on teams, you pick up on habits and things that people like to do.
No, that's for sure. That's for sure. So yeah, we'll definitely see what goes on with Tom when he gets back in there.